Hello and welcome to the showcase. My name is Sean Martin and I've got 45 years experience in the field of entertainment. I'm here to share with you some of the greatest talents and experience in Clubland. We do this to learn from each other and share our ideas. I would like you to please subscribe to my channel where we can help each other and develop from there. I have a guest I've been looking forward to for a long time today. I'd like to introduce the outstanding guitar talents of Mr. Mike Abel.
Thank you, that's a nice intro.
Well, don't you believe you're fantastic, Mike?
Not really. I'm average. I've been lucky.
Let the viewers decide, because at the beginning I'm going to put your heavy metal video will be on at the beginning so people can see you in action. Tell us about you, Mike, why you're such an avid guitarist.
I don't know, really. It's just something I like from being young, really, at school. Academic has, believe it or not, I was absolutely shocking at school. I left school with no qualifications at all whatsoever. The only thing I was interested in was playing the guitar. And that I just wanted to be in a band. Yeah. Just in a band. And I remember people saying to me when I was leaving school, so what are you going to do? And I said, I just want to be in a group, play. I just want to be a musician. So that was it. I just carried on.
The unusual thing about you, Mike, is you're a lefty. Explain what a lefty is.
Yeah, well, lefty, yeah. So when you look up there, you see my guitars, they're the other way around. So at a very young age, I don't know, it just felt natural. They just said, I write left-handed. I don't know if I back right-handed, I can't remember now. But yeah, so it just like, when I picked the guitar up, I turned it upside down all the time. So the first guitar I got, I turned the strings round. But that creates loads of problems because they're not. And that. But you don't know when you're learning, do you? And until I did get my really first decent guitar. I mean, I got a guitar out of the catalogue. It was a K's one. This was when I was like about 16 and stuff, 15. But my first real proper guitar was, I was involved in a motorbike accident and I made the decision to either, the decision was to sell the motorbike and buy a good guitar. So I went to Music Workshop on Springbank when it was down there. And the only left-handed guitar they had in the window was a Gibson SG. I remember buying it, £250 it was in 1980. And it was a lot of money then, £250. But now I wish I could buy loads for £250. That was my first guitar. And then proper guitar. And then I just kept on playing, learning, playing the records, putting the needle on, taking it off, slowing it down. What people didn't realise is on a 45 record, or a 33, if you slowed it down to a 16 on a record player, it was the string lower. It was, like the notes. So when you got a real fast rundown, you could play it on 16 off the album. It'd go diddle, but it would keep in key with the string below. So you'd learn it, and then you'd put everything on a string higher, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that was
things we did in the olden days. So, Mike, you're in a band now called Roll the Dice. Tell me about Roll the Dice.
Yeah, we're a club band, whatever. We play all of, like East Yorkshire, really. We're doing it for fun. We play rock covers, indie covers. In this, though, I play bass in this band. I got asked, oh, Mike, would you like to just help us out, sort of thing? And then after a while, it was like, do you want to stay, sort of thing? But playing bass was different than a guitar. I enjoy it in a totally different way, believe it or not, Sean. It's because some songs, though, when you think about it, some songs is the bass. Yeah, some songs, if you take the bass away, that rhythm, that in a song. So, and I tell you what, some of the best bass riffs are in like ska music or Motown. When you listen to, I come from a heavy metal background, so when I listen to like Motown and the bass riffs in them songs, yeah, you're like, do you like Stuck in the Middle with You with that song, Stuck in the Middle? You listen to the bass on that in the background.
Hey, Mike, Kajagoogoo, do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That was a real classic bass, that was.
Yeah. So what we do, we play rock, indie, pop, but we like they're a little bit heavy, if you know what I mean. We rock them up a bit. So like we do ABBA, Mamma Mia, but we
Huh.
do you know really. But the thing is, when you're in a pub setting and people have had a few drinks, they get up and sing and dance and that anyway. So yeah. So that's what we're doing currently at the moment. We've got about 18 gigs lined up for next year now. We've got a few festivals as well lined up, so which is good. Yeah, 2 have been confirmed. We do the bike festival, so we have a backlog of about 70, 80 songs. So when we play the bike festival, we'll play all the old rock classics. Do you know, like Born to Be Wild and Status Quo and The Who and all that sort of stuff. And we're playing Bev Fest it's called this year. So what we'll do there is we will maybe put some of the newer ones in, do you know, like the Kaiser Chiefs ones and stuff like that, and Franz Ferdinand and Duran Duran and a little bit what everybody's heard and stuff.
Mike,
So
you're an avid Slade fan, I hear.
I am, Slade. Yeah,
Do you do any Slade in?
No, I'll tell you why. Noddy's voice is so hard to duplicate. I think there's only Slade UK, the singer, he's called Nidge Hillam. He's the nearest to Noddy Older I've heard. Really, yeah. The guitars wise and stuff like that, no problem, but it's the voice, isn't it? Without Noddy Older, he's got such a distinct voice. Yeah.
I beat it, Mike. But moving on to this podcast, Mike, it's great that you've come on and be able to give your experience over all these years and explaining to wannabe guitarists that you've just got to keep going. You can't stop practicing because, you know, people think I'll pick a guitar up, I'll be able to learn a tune in a day. It's just not possible. You know, you take back into your days, Mike, there was no sheet music, no YouTube, none of that. You had to learn by ear or you didn't learn it. And nowadays you've got all the YouTube channels, all the music, all the patterns, all the backing tracks. It's far easier, but it still doesn't make you a better guitarist, Mike, does it?
No. I mean, the sayings, isn't they? All the gear, no idea, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I like that.
With guitaring as well, a lot of it's in the feeling, in the hands. You can have great guitars and great gear, but if you're not putting stuff into it, yeah. So, yeah.
I think my wife would agree with you, Mike.
Which day?
The feeling's in the hand.
All right. Okay.
So, yeah. Moving on, Mike. Do you write your own music?
Yeah, I have done, yeah. I mean, I've took this down to show of me.
Woo! Gold disc.
Yeah, four albums worth of material. I co-wrote with other guys, but I have wrote my own songs as well. But I don't like writing songs on my own because I like to bounce ideas off and like, what do you think about this? And if they say, oh, no, that's a bit cheesy, that Mike. So, okay then. And then we end up down all over the place. And sometimes when you work with someone else, you end up with 2 or 3 songs just by the ideas you've discarded eventually become another song. So, yeah, I enjoy doing other people's covers because the industry's changed now so much. I mean...
What do you mean, Mike?
Well, the industry now is like, say for instance, I have friends who are in big bands like Exodus, all right, or like heavy metal band Exodus, Gary Hall. I know he said, I'm just a glorified t-shirt seller. Now, so he goes, plays his set at a venue, and they make the money off the merchandise, not the records. So it's sad, really. Whereas years ago, it used to be make the money off the records and stuff. But now, really, yeah, he says, I'm just a glorified t-shirt seller. I get up and play for an hour, and then I sell t-shirts.
Mike, you've got a really good point there because years ago you'd buy a record or an LP or a vinyl, then it went from tape to CD, and then CDs are finished and it's all digital music now. It's very difficult for true artists to make money, and it's all purely about money, Mike. I mean, my song, the Christmas song there, as you know, it's up against some of the best, but I need 50 to 100 grand to get it into the top 10,
Yeah,
and it's just money orientated. I think, it's a real shame that the feel of records or CDs have gone.
yeah. I mean, there's now better in the old days when I used to sit in my bedroom on the floor with my headphones on with the Slade album cover, or Sladist. And I used to listen to the songs, read the lyrics, then you flip it over, see where it was recorded, who produced it, who was the manager who was the tour manager, all this sort of stuff. I now know, Sean, you ask any people who's some of the names of the band members, and they won't be able to tell you because they listen on Spotify. They don't get that information. They hear the song, but they don't know who the drummer or the bassist is or anything,
But
or where it
even
was
songs
recorded.
on Spotify, Mike, you need 1 million songs just to make a tenner.
I know. I'll tell you another good guest to get on here would be, he worked with us, Ted Key. It'd be good one to put
Ted
down
Key,
on
the
your list.
drummer, you mean?
He was the guitarist in the House Martins, original House Martins.
Oh, you're joking?
He
Are
worked,
you-
he taught English at Hull College with us.
I never knew that, Mike. Just for the
Yeah.
viewer's point of view, myself and Mike was teachers at Hull College when
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the days when Slade walked into the cafe. Them were the days. Ted
Refectory.
Key, you'll have to get me his number, Mike. That would be good.
Will do. Yeah, it'd be good because I know he's posted his like your statements you get, and I think he had like 1 million plays,
Wow.
right? And I think he made some, like 600 quid or something. And Gary Newman's another one. He had 1 million downloads of his album, and he made £1,000. And he said it cost more than £1,000 to make it, and he made it at home. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
It's crazy, Mike. It's also good talking about the olden days. If anything, Mike, what would you tell the viewers if they wanted to be a musician or a guitarist? What advice would you give?
Don't give up. Don't give up. You'll pick it up. You'll pick the guitar up, and you won't, doing your chords, you'll struggle. But it's like anything in life, whatever you do, you hit barriers and you keep going. When you hit a barrier and you think, oh, I'm not getting any better, you got to keep going. You will do. And then all of a sudden, I remember this is how it went back is like struggle from changing from an A chord to a G. I could do it easy, but when I first started making them, and then all of a sudden it comes one day, and then it's right, I'll go from A to D to a G to E to F and all that sort of stuff. But in heavy metal, it was the bar chord, like sort of shit. A real lot, moving that up and down the same shape. That was a game changer for me because I'm going back to like the late 70s, Black Sabbath stuff. Someone said to me, "What are you doing?" Because when you get the music books for Black Sabbath, it'll say E, D, C, G, and you got to let out with the chords. And then you realise Tony Iommi doesn't do that on them songs. He's playing the bar chord. He's playing the root, the fifth notes, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So, yeah.
And
Just keep at it.
keep at it. That's a perfect piece of advice. At the beginning, Mike, there's a video of yourself playing your heavy metal stuff. How can people get in touch with you for Roll the Dice? Do you have a telephone number?
Yeah. I can give you that.
Just tell the viewers now. Tell the viewers now what the number is.
I normally give our singers number out. I don't have it.
I'll put it on at the beginning and the end.
Brilliant, because it's so much easier if one person in a band, we all have our own little duties. Terry's our like tour manager, right? Terry the tour manager. That's a great nickname for him now. Then we've got Rob. It's his PA, so he deals the PA and the lights. I don't know now. I do videos and try to get sound clips and then edit them. I have a little home studio, and then to do promos. A lot of the promo videos I've done and stuff. I print the lyrics and the sets out for the guys. We've all got our own little bits to play. We try not to lay it down to one person really, because we want to enjoy it. We don't want to get to a point where it's like a job. I don't think it'll ever would be, but you know.
Teamwork is the essence in a band, Mike. If the team works, then nothing works, you know?
Yeah.
Like a bad
Yeah,
apple in it.
I see we all load in as well. We all if I get there and I've only got a bit of gear really. Get mine set up. Our drummer who has the PA, I help him unload, get all the covers, get it set up and stuff. And then it's the same when we pack down as well. We all go home together. We all turn up, we all unload together. We all pack down and we all go home at the same time.
That's fantastic. Well, Mike, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Time really flies when we're talking about the good days.
You know,
I've got some very interesting people coming on this podcast. There already is some people there. I'd ask people very kindly, because it's the subscribers we need, Mike, to build up the channel, build up your reputation and things like that. So once the video's released on YouTube and the podcast is up there, all we ask is share it with your friends and and upload. So Mike Abel from the band Roll the Dice, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, Mike.
Cheers.